The rain hammered down on the stained glass windows of Grace Evangelical Church like God's own judgment. But inside, 16-year-old Alex Harper felt the real storm brewing in the youth group's circle of folding chairs. Pastor Ellis's voice cracked as he read the anonymous note aloud. Alex is living in sin with another boy. Kick him out before he poisons us all. In that split second, the boy Alex had confided in, his best friend since kindergarten, looked away, and the room's silence screamed louder than any thunder outside. Alex was alone, utterly, irrevocably cast out. Alex stumbled out into the downpour, his soaked hoodie clinging like a shroud, the church doors slamming shut behind him with a finality that echoed in his bones. Water blurred his vision, but not enough to hide the faces peering from the fellowship hall windows. Pity mixed with disgust, the kind that said he was no longer one of them. He ran, not knowing where, just away, until his lungs burned, and the only sound left was his ragged breaths mingling with the storm's fury. By the time he collapsed on the curb blocks from home, the adrenaline had ebbed, leaving a hollow ache that no rain could wash away. His phone buzzed in his pocket, text from the group chat exploding with Bible verses on repentance, prayers for his lost soul. One from his mom. "Come home, honey. We'll pray together." But Alex knew better. Prayer hadn't stopped the whispers, the sidelong glances during sermons, the way his dad had stopped asking about his day. This wasn't just rejection, it was erasure. The next morning dawned gray and unrelenting, much like the pit in Alex's stomach as he dragged himself to Lincoln High, a sprawling brick fortress in the heart of Elmwood, Ohio, a town where cornfields met strip malls and everyone knew your business before you did. He kept his head down in the crowded hallways, dodging the pitying stares from kids who'd heard through the grapevine. Elmwood wasn't big on secrets, especially not ones involving the pastor's nephew. First period English, and Mr. Hargrove was droning on about the Great Gatsby, drawing parallels to the American dream that felt like a cruel joke. Alex slouched in the back row, scribbling doodles of crumbling churches in his notebook, when Jamie Whitaker slid into the seat beside him. Jamie, with his easy grin and tousled blonde hair, was the kind of guy who made detention fun until last night's fallout. "Dude, you okay?" Jamie whispered, his blue eyes searching Alex's face. Alex forced a nod, but his voice came out strangled. "Yeah, just church stuff." He couldn't say it aloud, not yet. The words, "I'm gay," still tasted like ash. Jamie squeezed his shoulder, a gesture that sent a forbidden warmth through Alex. But then the bell rang, and the moment shattered like the rain on pavement. Lunch was worse. The cafeteria buzzed with the usual chaos, trays clattering, laughter echoing off cinderblock walls, but Alex felt exposed, like a specimen under glass. He grabbed a corner table alone, poking at his mystery meat, when a shadow fell over him. It was Tyler Grant, captain of the soccer team, flanked by two meathead juniors. Tyler's smirk was all teeth, no kindness. "Heard you got the boot from youth group, Harper. What did you do? Pray the wrong way." The table nearby hushed, forks pausing midair. Alex's cheeks burned, but he met Tyler's gaze. "Mind your own business, Grant." Inside, though, his heart hammered a frantic rhythm. Fear, yes, but laced with something sharper, a spark of defiance he'd never known he had. Tyler leaned in, voice low and mocking. "Everyone knows you know, freak." The word landed like a slap, and Alex's tray flipped in his grip, sending mashed potatoes splattering across Tyler's sneakers. Gasps rippled through the room as Tyler's face twisted in rage. "You're dead, Harper." Chaos erupted, chairs scraping, shouts flying, as teachers waded in, separating them. Alex ended up in the principal's office, knuckles wide around the arms of the visitor's chair, while Tyler spun a tale of unprovoked aggression. Principal Marsden, a stern woman with a perm that defied gravity, sighed heavily. "Alex, we've had complaints before. This town's conservative. You need to fit in better." Fit in. The words echoed as he was suspended for 3 days, the door clicking shut behind him like another rejection. Outside, his mom waited in their rusty Ford, her eyes red-rimmed. "What happened, baby?" But Alex just shook his head, climbing in silently. Home was a 2-story colonial on Maple Street, the kind with a white picket fence that hid the cracks. The dad who worked double shifts at the mill, the mom who led Bible study, the son who was unraveling. That night, dinner was tense, silverware clinking like accusations. Dad cleared his throat, fork hovering over his peas. Heard about school and the church. He trailed off, glancing at Mom, who fidgeted with her napkin. Alex's appetite vanished. He pushed his plate away. It's because I'm gay, Dad. That's why. The room froze. Mom's hand flew to her mouth, a gasp escaping. Dad's face hardened, not with anger, but something worse, disappointment, deep and unyielding. Son, that's not. We raised you better. This is confusion. We'll get you help. Help. The word twisted like a knife, implying he was broken, fixable. Alex bolted upstairs, slamming his door, the posters of indie bands and faded pride flags he'd hidden in his drawer mocking him from the shadows. He curled on his bed, tears soaking his pillow, the weight of isolation crushing him. Hours later, a soft knock. Mom, slipping in with a glass of water and that same pleading look. We love you, Alex. But love means guiding you right. Her hug was tentative, scented with lavender soap, but it felt like chains. Sleep evaded him, chased by dreams of fire and brimstone, of Jamie's hands slipping away. Dawn crept in, and with it, a resolve. He couldn't stay in Elmwood's suffocating grip. But where to go? College was a pipe dream. His grades were mediocre, scholarships non-existent. He scrolled job sites on his phone, desperate for escape, when an email pinged from an unfamiliar sender. Scholarships at anonymousfoundation.org. Dear Alex Harper, it read, your story has touched us deeply. We are pleased to offer you the inaugural Elmwood Empowerment Scholarship. Full tuition to Ohio State, plus living stipend, contingent on community service commitment. Reply to accept. Alex's breath caught. Who? How? It felt like a lifeline tossed into the abyss, but suspicion gnawed. Who knew his story already? He hit reply, fingers trembling, and just like that, the first thread of mystery wove into his unraveling life. Little did he know, this donor wasn't a stranger, but a ghost from Elmwood's past, one whose own scars ran deeper than Alex could imagine. The scholarship news spread like wildfire, twisting into town gossip by afternoon. At the diner where Alex picked up shifts flipping burgers, old ladies whispered over coffee, must be pity money. Poor boy's gone astray. His boss, a gruff veteran named Hank, clapped him on the back. Good for you, kid. Get out of this dump. But even that felt conditional, laced with the town's unspoken verdict. Jamie texted sporadically, miss you at practice, but Alex saw the hesitation, the fear of association. Their friendship, once effortless, now hummed with unspoken tension. One evening, as Alex wiped down counters after close, the bell jingled, and there was Jamie, put up against the chill, hands shoved in pockets. Heard about the scholarship. That's huge, man. Alex leaned on the counter, wary. Yeah, weird, right? Like someone's watching me. Jamie's laugh was forced, eyes darting. Elmwood's small. Word gets around. But there was a flicker, guilt, affection? Alex couldn't tell, and it stung. They talked late, steam fogging the windows, about everything and nothing. Gatsby's green light, the mill's layoffs, dreams of cities where you could breathe free. Jamie's knee brushed Alex's under the table, a spark that lingered, but when Alex leaned in, Jamie pulled back. I can't. Not here. The rejection echoed the churches, softer but no less cutting. Alex nodded, swallowing the lump in his throat. Yeah, I get it. But as Jamie left, the diner's neon sign buzzing overhead, Alex wondered if he'd ever not get it. If the walls of prejudice were too high even for those who cared. Suspension lifted, school resumed its grind, but the scholarship hung like a beacon. Counselors buzzed around him, forms piling up, while Tyler's glares sharpened in the halls. One day, in the locker room after gym, Tyler cornered him. Think money fixes you? You're still a sinner. Alex shoved him off, heart pounding, but the seed of doubt took root. What if the donor was a trap, some reparative scheme in disguise? Doubts deepened when a package arrived, a leather-bound journal, no note, just a pressed four-leaf clover inside. Alex flipped through blank pages, fingers tracing the embossed cover, for the road less traveled. Frost's words, but whose gift? He tucked it away, a talisman against the growing storm. Mom and Dad's help, manifested in family counseling at church, Pastor Ellis presiding. Homosexuality is a trial, Alex. Pray it away. The sessions dragged, filled with platitudes that chipped at his spirit. One night, post-session, Dad pulled him aside. I'm proud of the scholarship, son, but don't throw away your soul for it. Pride mixed with condition. It was progress, maybe, but fragile as new ice. As weeks blurred, Alex threw himself into applications, the journal filling with raw entries. Fears of losing Jamie, rage at Tyler, gratitude for the unknown benefactor. Then, a curveball, an invite to the scholarship's orientation at the Elmwood Library, anonymous still, but promising allies in unexpected places. He went, nerves jangling, stepping into a room of mismatched faces. A trans librarian with a rainbow pin, a lesbian professor from OSU, and in the corner, eyes locked on his, a man in his 40s, sharp-suited, with a scar mirroring Alex's own. The man nodded subtly, and Alex's world tilted. Who was he? The donor? A friend? Or the start of something that would upend everything? The library's community room smelled of old books and fresh coffee, a sanctuary amid Elmwood's judgments. Alex hovered by the snack table, pretending interest in stale donuts while stealing glances at the scarred man. He was mid-40s, salt and pepper hair neatly trimmed, exuding quiet authority in his charcoal suit, out of place among the casual allies. When their eyes met again, the man approached, extending a hand. Elias Thorne. Pleased to meet you, Alex. The name rang no bells, but his grip was firm, warm. You know me? Alex stammered, pulse quickening. Elias smiled faintly, lines crinkling around steel-gray eyes. Your story precedes you. Bravery like yours? It echoes. They talked, surface at first, about OSU's campus life, the scholarship's focus on marginalized voices, but beneath, questions simmered. Was Elias the donor? He deflected smoothly, steering to safer waters. Elmwood, choose up dreamers. You escaping? Alex nodded, vulnerability cracking open. Trying to. Church, school. It's like drowning slow. Elias listened, really listened. His nod encouraging words Alex hadn't voiced. The terror of coming out, the ache of Jamie's distance, the journal's mysterious arrival. Sounds like you've got a guardian angel, Elias said, eyes twinkling. Or devil, depending on who you ask. The orientation wrapped with group shares, stories of rejection mirroring Alex's, laughter cutting tension like a knife. A non-binary student from Cleveland spoke of family disownment. The trans librarian shared workplace battles won. For the first time, Alex felt threads connecting, not isolating. As folks dispersed, Elias lingered. Coffee sometime? Off record. Alex agreed, a cautious thrill buzzing. Could this be the ally he'd craved? Back home, the high faded. Mom was in the kitchen, humming hymns while chopping onions, her Bible open to Romans. How was the meeting, sweetie? Casual, but probing. Alex hedged. Good. Met some people. Dad lumbered in from the garage, grease-streaked, clapping Alex's shoulder. Proud of you sticking it out. Small wins, but the counseling loomed. Next session promised guest speakers on biblical manhood. School amped the pressure. Tyler's crew escalated. Lockers vandalized with slurs, whispers trailing Alex like smoke. One afternoon, in the parking lot, Tyler blocked his bike. Scholarship boys too good for us now. Spit flew, and Alex swung, fist connecting with jaw in a crack that stunned them both. Teachers hauled them apart again, but this time, consequences bit, mandatory mediation. In the stuffy counselor's office, Tyler slouched, sullen. He started it, always pushing his agenda. Alex's temper flared. My agenda? Existing. The counselor, Mrs. Patel, a no-nonsense Indian woman new to Elmwood, raised a hand. Enough. This isn't about blame, it's patterns. Tyler, prejudice isn't strength. Alex, fighting fire with fire burns you too. Her words landed soft but true, forcing a truce. Awkward handshakes, promises to back off. But Tyler's parting glare promised otherwise. That night, Jamie called, voice urgent. Heard about the fight. You okay? They met at the old mill ruins, moonlight silvering the rusted beams. Jamie paced, conflicted. I should have had your back. Church. It's my family's thing. Dad's deacon. Alex's heart twisted, understanding, but hurt. So I'm the secret? Jamie stopped, Close enough to touch. No. You're everything. The air thickened, charged, and Jamie's hand found Alex's, tentative. Their first kiss was clumsy, rain-fresh and desperate, tasting of unspoken fears. But as they broke apart, Jamie whispered, "We can't tell anyone." Not yet. The joy soured, another conditional love. Elias became a fixture. Coffee at the diner turning to walks by the river, where Alex unloaded. The kiss, the mediation, the donor's shadow. Elias shared snippets. Corporate lawyer from Cleveland, returned to Elmwood for loose ends. His scar? Old accident, evasive, but his advice cut deep. Prejudice thrives on silence. Speak, even if voice shakes. Emboldened, Alex started a GSA club at school, Gay Straight Alliance. Flyers plastered in halls, met with sneers, but also curious glances. First meeting, 5 kids, including a shy freshman questioning her sexuality. Jamie attended covertly, squeezed Alex's hand under the table. Progress, fragile. Then, the twist, a letter from the Scholarship Foundation, formal seal gleaming. Congratulations, recipient. Meet your benefactor at the annual gala, Elmwood Community Center, next Saturday. Alex's stomach flipped. Who? Elias? He texted Elias. Gala? You going? Reply, wouldn't miss it. The week blurred in prep. Mom sewing his suit jacket, Dad grumbling about fancy nonsense, but pride flickering. At school, GSA gained traction. Tyler even lurking outside meetings, face unreadable. One post-meeting, he cornered Alex alone. This club crap, it's dividing us. Alex braced. Or uniting. Your choice. Tyler walked away, shoulders slumped. Crack in the armor? Gala night arrived, string lights twinkling over white-draped tables, Elmwood's elite mingling. Alex arrived nervous, Jamie at his side in a borrowed tie, their hands brushing secretively. Elias spotted them, waving over champagne flutes. You clean up well. Toasts flowed, speeches on empowerment, and then, the MC. Our donor, stepping from shadows. The room hushed as a figure ascended the stage, not Elias, but a woman in emerald silk, 60s, silver hair piled elegantly. I'm Margaret Voss, founder of the foundation. But tonight, I share the spotlight with a collaborator closer to home. Lights dimmed, spotlight shifting to Dad. No. Pastor Ellis, clearing his throat, face ashen. Alex froze. Ellis. The donor? Impossible. The man who'd read his condemnation aloud. Ellis spoke haltingly. I failed a boy once. My own brother, years ago. Gay, hidden. He left Elmwood, built a life, but the guilt. It never left. This scholarship honors him. Through Alex. Gasps rippled. Alex's world spun. Ellis's brother, the ghost Elias hinted at? But as Ellis descended, eyes meeting Alex's, regret, raw. Jamie tensed beside him. My dad knew, he murmured. Whole time. Betrayal stung fresh, but beneath, a question. Redemption possible? Elias pulled Alex aside, voice low. Not what you expected? Alex whirled. You knew. Elias nodded. I'm his nephew. Wanted you strong first. Layers peeled, trust fracturing yet reforming. The night ended in whirl. Congrats, questions, but Alex lay awake later, journal open. Was forgiveness a trap or freedom? The gala's revelations fermented overnight. Elmwood waking to headlines in the local gazette. Pastor funds gay scholarship. Shocker or sincerity? Coffee shop debates raged. Church pews emptier Sunday. Alex skipped service, opting for a trail run, pounding dirt paths until lungs screamed, mind clearing. Forgiveness? Ellis's speech replayed. His uncle, Alex's donor by proxy, a man who'd fled prejudice, died young in a car crash, leaving a trust. But proxy or not, it was Ellis's hand on the wheel now. Monday, school was a minefield. GSA meeting swelled to 12, buzz electric, but Tyler waited outside, arms crossed. Talk. Alex followed to the bleachers, wary. Tyler's voice cracked. Dad's furious at Ellis. Says it's betrayal. But, saw my sister cry over your flyers. Made me think. Vulnerability from the bully, twist Alex hadn't scripted. Change starts small, Alex said. Tyler nodded, awkward. Maybe I'll come next time. Ally or ploy, Tom would tell. Homefront shifted too. Mom cornered him post-dinner, Bible clutched like shield. Pastor Ellis. He confessed in private meeting. Said your courage shamed him. Tears welled. We were wrong, Alex. Not you. Dad hovered in doorway, silent assent. The hug that followed was fierce, unconditional, first real bridge. Jamie, though, pulled back. Text sparse, excuses piling. Family dinner, soccer practice. At GSA, he skipped, and when Alex confronted him by lockers, Jamie flinched. It's too much. Dad's pressuring. Says if I stick with you, no college fund. The kiss's memory soured. Alex's chest tightened. So I'm the cost? Jamie's eyes pleaded. Temporary. Promise. But promises felt like sand. Elias became anchor. Lunches at the park where ducks quacked indifference. Relationships test us, he said, skipping stones. Jamie scared. Of himself, mostly. Alex probed, you? Ever love here? Elias's scar twitched. Once. Long ago. Didn't end well. Story hinted. High school sweetheart. Church scandal. Flight to Cleveland. Regrets a thief. Don't let it steal your now. Emboldened, Alex dove into scholarship prep. Essays on resilience. Visits to OSU's vibrant campus. Rainbow flags waving. Clubs teeming. Columbus felt like oxygen. Elmwood's grip loosening. Back home, he organized a town forum, dialogues on difference, at the library, Elias co-sponsoring. Flyers everywhere, backlash swift. Slash tires on the trans librarian's car, anonymous threats scrawled on doors. The night before the forum, fear peaked. Alex paced his room, journals spilling doubts, when a rock tapped his window. Jamie, below, face upturned. Climbed down. They met in the backyard. Dew-kissed grass cool underfoot. I'm in, Jamie said, voice fierce. Told Dad, take the fund or keep me. He blinked. Alex's laugh bubbled, relief flooding. Their embrace deepened, kisses urgent under stars. Hope rekindled, tentative. Forum day dawned crisp, library packed. Supporters, skeptics, curious. Elias moderated, calm amid tension. Alex opened. I've been rejected, fought, loved here. Elmwood's heart, bigger than hate. Shares poured. Tyler, halting, on bullying cycle. Mom, tearful, on parental blind spots. Even Ellis, apologizing publicly. I led with fear. Time for grace. Climax hit when a heckler, Jamie's dad, red-faced, stormed in. This poisons our youth. Shouts erupted, chairs scraping, but Jamie stood, voice steady. Dad, it's love, not poison. The room held breath. The man deflated, retreating. Applause thundered, cathartic. Post-forum glow faded with a call. Elias, urgent. Meet me. Now. At the river, his face was grave. The donor trust, complications. Ellis's brother? Not just any ghost. He was my father. Alex reeled. Elias, son of the outcast, returned to heal wounds. Why hide? Elias sighed. Trust had to earn, not inherit. Layers deepened, bond strengthening. But joy cracked. Jamie's dad, unbowed, pulled strings. Church board voting to oust Ellis unless the scholarship folded. Whispers reached Alex. Pull out, or pastor falls. Loyalty ward. Ellis's redemption fresh, but tainted. Alex confided in Tyler, surprising himself. What would you do? Tyler shrugged. Fight dirty? Nah. Fight smart. Decision loomed, but a new player emerged. Margaret Voss, the foundation head, arriving unannounced. Over tea at the diner, her eyes sharp. The trust's mine to protect. Ellis, pawn in his own game. She revealed, the brothers will specified a Harper. Alex's lineage tied through great-grandparents. Family, Alex. Messy, but yours. Shock rippled. Blood kin to the outcast? Voss handed documents. Yellowed letters from the brother to Ellis. Pleas for acceptance, unanswered. He died alone, but not forgotten. Alex's resolve hardened. Save the scholarship, confront the board. That night, storm clouds gathered, literal and figurative, as Alex rallied allies. Jamie scripting speeches, Tyler guarding doors, Elias prepping legal angles, Mom baking peace cookies. The board meeting, church basement, air thick with incense and animosity. Ellis faced them, voice quavering. This fund heals what I broke. Alex stepped forward, letters in hand. Not just money, legacy. Our legacy. Gasps as kin ties unveiled. Even detractors shifted. Jamie's dad, Cornered, relented. For family, then. Vote passed narrowly, scholarship intact. Elation surged, but as confetti, improvised paper shreds, rained, Alex caught Elias's eye. Your family too. Elias smiled, scarred but whole. Yet, in the quiet after, Jamie pulled Alex aside. OSU long distance. Fear flickered, but Alex cupped his face. We'll make it. Bridges, not walls. Little did they know, Voss's visit hid deeper intent. A test, perhaps, or lure to bigger battles. Fall leaves carpeted Elmwood streets in crimson and gold, mirroring the tentative warmth seeping into Alex's life post-boardroom victory. The scholarship solidified, OSU acceptance letter framed on the mantel, Mom beaming over pot roast dinners where Bible talk yielded to college tips. Dad even fixed Alex's bike, gruffly. Don't crash on campus here. Small men's, stitching family anew. GSA thrived, meetings spilling into the quad, Tyler co-leading awkwardly but earnestly, his presence deterring old bullies, drawing fence-sitters. One session, a kid named Riley outed himself, voice trembling. The group's cheers, Tyler's nod included, sealed bonds Alex never dreamed possible. You're changing shit, Tyler muttered post-meet. Alex grinned. We are. Jamie bloomed bolder, public handholds in the halls, stolen kisses behind the gym, Dad's grudging tolerance thawing to invites for family barbecues. Their love, once shadowed, now sunlight dappled, though doubts lingered. What if Columbus changes us? Jamie fretted one twilight drive, windows down, radio crooning indie folk. Alex squeezed his thigh. It'll stretch us, not snap. Elias wove tighter into the tapestry, uncle by blood half, mentor by choice. Weekends, they hiked the Hocking Hills, Elias sharing law war stories, corporate sharks versus underdogs, while Alex vented freshman fears. You're ready, Elias insisted, pausing at a vista. Elmwood was boot camp, but his own cracks showed. Late-night calls, voice-edged. Old ghosts stirring. Voss's shadow lengthened too. She emailed sporadically. Foundation opportunities, intern in D.C., tempting with networks, but her visits unnerved. Last one, at the Voss estate outside town, manicured lawns hiding a steel core, she grilled Alex. Legacy demands sacrifice. Ready? Her eyes, bird-sharp, hinted at tests beyond tuition. Climax brewed subtly. Church's annual revival, tent revival under harvest moon, fire and brimstone preachers from afar. Ellis invited Alex as testimony, redemption arc full circle. Show them grace wins, Ellis urged, hands clasped. Alex agreed, nerves electric, platform men exposure, but also power. Revival night, air thick with sweat and sawdust, crowds swelling. Alex's slot neared, heart thumping as speakers railed. Sinners repent or burn. Whispers snaked. That's the gay kid, Ellis's pet project. Then, his turn, spotlight hot, mic heavy. I was cast out, he began, voice steady. Hurt, angry. But love? It pulled me back. Not hate's version, but real. Family, friends, even foes turning allies. Eyes scanned. Mom dabbing tears, Dad nodding. Jamie front row beaming. Tyler in back, arms crossed but listening. Mid-flow, interruption, a figure bursting on stage, megaphone blaring. Lies. This boy's leading souls astray. It was Reverend Hale, firebrand from neighboring county, face twisted, backed by sign-waving zealots. Chaos. Shouts, ushers scrambling, tent flaps whipping in sudden wind. Alex froze as Hale lunged, finger jabbing. Confess your perversion. Instinct kicked. Alex sidestepped, mic dropping feedback screech. I'm not ashamed. Echoed amplified. Jamie vaulted barriers, tackling Hale's advance. Tyler piled in, restraining zealots. Elias, from wings, signaled security, calm amid storm. Ellis stepped up, voice booming. Enough. This house welcomes all. Brawl diffused. Hale ejected amid jeers, but damage lingered. Bruises on Jamie's knuckles, gash on Tyler's brow, Alex's suit torn. Backstage, Voss appeared, uninvited, applauding dryly. Dramatic. Good for the cause. Her smile chilled. But wars need soldiers. Consider D.C. permanently. Adrenaline crashed. Alex retreating to the river with Jamie, stones skipping in moonlight. That was insane. Jamie laughed, wincing. Alex traced his split lip. You saved me. Kiss followed. Fierce, affirming, love's anchor in tumult. But Jamie's whisper. Dad's talking relocation. Business offer in Akron. Gut punch. Distance again? Home. Parental worry peaked. Mom iced bruises. Dad paced. Church security's joke. You okay? Alex nodded, but Voss's words nod. Sacrifice? Meanwhile, Elias confessed over phone. Hale's no lone wolf. Backed by bigger donors. Anti-everything. Conspiracy threads tugged. Elias's firm tap to counter. School fallout. GSA targeted. Flyers ripped. Anonymous emails. Quit or quit breathing. Tyler, ironically, became shield. Touch him. Touch me. Bond forged in fire. Unexpected bromance blooming. One lunch, Tyler admitted, was homophobic, cause scared. Cousin came out, family shunned him. Didn't want that mirror. Vulnerability shared, walls crumbled. Twist deepened. Digging into Voss's foundation, Alex uncovered layers, funded partly by Ellis's brother's estate. But Voss's angle? Political, lobbying for inclusion bills, using stories like his. Puppet? He journaled, unease coiling. Confronted her via call. Am I PR? Voss chuckled. Your catalyst. Embrace it. Jamie's relocation loomed, house hunting trips straining. Fights sparked. Choose me over Akron. Alex snapped. Jamie retorted, it's family. Reconciliation in tears, promises of visits, but fracture lines spidered. Elias mediated, wisdom distilled. Love bends, doesn't break. If roots deep. Revival's echo rippled town-wide. Letters of support flooding church. Donations spiking for GSA. Ellis promoted Alex to youth co-leader, irony sweet. But Hale's venom lingered. A package arrived. Rat in box. Note. Pests get exterminated. Fear real now, shadows lengthening. Culmination, town hall debate. Hale versus allies, Voss funding stage. Alex keynote, flanked by Jamie, Tyler, Elias. Fear divides, stories unite. Hale ranted scripture, but cracks showed. His own son, outed in whispers, fled home. Empathy pierced. Hale faltered, mic dropping silence. Victory Pyrrhic. Hale slunk away, but vowed return. Post-debate, Jamie's news. Akron off. Chose us. Elation, but Voss pulled Alex aside. DC internship. Now or never. Legacy calls. Temptation ward. Elmwood's hard-won home versus wider world. As snow dusted first, decision crystallized, but not before one more unraveling. Winter clamped Elmwood in icy fingers, blanketing secrets under frost. Alex's days balanced precariously. OSU prep classes online. GSA evolving into town alliance. Jamie's unwavering presence a balm. Their routines. Movie nights in Jamie's basement, bundled against chill, hands entwined, wove normalcy from chaos. Columbus won't steal this, Jamie vowed, breath fogging the window as they stargazed from his roof. Tyler integrated fully, GSA's unlikely enforcer turned advocate, even dating a bi girl from art class. Who knew? He joked, fist-bumping Alex. Elias's mentorship deepened. Holiday dinner at his loft revealed more. Photos of the brother, young Elias's dad, grinning defiantly at pride marches, pre-Elmwood exile. He taught fight. Elias said, passing eggnog. You remind me. Voss pressed. DC packet arrived. Gilded invite to leadership summit. In turn with senators, amplify voice nationally. Elmwood's chapter closed, she emailed. Write the next. Allure tugged. Impact beyond local skirmishes, but leaving Mint uprooting Jamie's fragile peace, Elias's budding family tie. Hale's threat simmered. Vandalism escalated. GSA sign torched. Alex's bike chained with slurs. Police shrugs. Kids pranks. Elias sued. Civil suit brewing, but tension coiled. One blizzard night. Power out. Alex at Jamie's. Candlelit whispers turning intimate. Boundaries tested, but held. Emotions raw. Scared of losing you to DC, Jamie admitted. Alex held tighter. Not without you. Spring thaw brought bloom and storm. OSU orientation. Columbus dazzled. Diverse throngs. Queer centers humming. Alex returned buzzing. But Jamie's jealousy flickered. Fits you better than me. Insecurities vine, choking. Elias uncovered Hale's web, funded by National Family Values PAC, targeting small towns. They're coming for the scholarship next. Claim it's indoctrination. Board reconvened. Ellis defending fiercely, but votes teetered. Alex rallied. Petition drive. 500 signatures in days. Testimonies pouring. Riley's coming out thanks. Tyler's redemption arc. Climax detonated at Spring Fair. Midway lights garish against dusk. Alliance booth thrived. Rainbow cotton candy. Story shares. But Hale's crew infiltrated. Megaphones blaring hate chants. Repent or perish. Tents toppled. Fists flew. Alex shielded a panicked freshman as chaos swirled. Jamie tackled a sign wielder. Tyler body-blocked zealots. Elias dialed reinforcements. In Melee's heart, Hale loomed, grabbing Alex's collar. End this, boy, or we end you. Venom spittle-flecked. Alex wrenched free, voice rising. Hates your chain, not mine. Crowd parted. Voss, their incognito, filmed discreetly, ammo for suits. Bust, arrests made. Hale cuffed, his facade cracking on camera. For my boy. Lost him to your kind. Son's shadow. Paralleling his own pain, twisted into rage. Pity pierced. Alex testified later, not vengeful. Help him heal, don't jail forever. Aftermath. PAC retreated, scholarship fortified. But personal quake. Jamie, bruised but beaming, proposed. Road trip to DC? Scout together. Twist, commitments leap. Elias beamed, go. Routes travel. Voss's summit loomed, decision day. Alex weighed, journal entries chronicling growth, from rejected boy to bridge builder. Called family council. Mom, Dad, Ellis, Elias. DC's call, but Elmwood's home. Consensus, both. You're bigger now. Yet, bombshell, Elias, private lunch, handed envelope. Dad's last letter. To me, but for you. Words leaped. The brother, foreseeing Alex's path. Willing extra fund. For the lover who stands. Jamie, in crosshairs. Tears pricked, legacies embrace, queer and proud. Jamie, reading later, choked. We're funded? Together? Laughter mingled sobs, future mapped, intertwined. But Voss's true face emerged, summit not just in turn. Spotlight for congressional bill, Alex's story centerpiece. Sacrifice privacy for policy, she urged. Media frenzy loomed, national stage, but soul-bearing cost. Hale's trial approached, Alex subpoenaed. Courtroom sterile, air heavy. Hale, shackled, eyes hollow. Ruin my family. Alex's testimony. You can unruin. Forgive, like I learned. Judge's gavel, community service, counseling. Redemption's thread, extended. Town healed incrementally. Church rainbow banners, fair apologies. Tyler's graduation speech nodded Alex. Heroes aren't capes, they're courage. Jamie's valedictorian slot echoed. Love defies maps. Summer solstice, Alex chose. DC yes. Jamie alongside. Shared apartment, dual scholarships. Packing boxes, Elias gifted compass. True North's heart. Mom's farewell picnic, tears and toasts. Proud, always. As truck pulled away, Elmwood shrinking rear view. Alex glanced Jamie's hand in his. Horizons beckoned, but roots anchored. Story unfinished, chapters calling. One final twist waited, veiled in welcome letters. Columbus's skyline pierced the horizon like promise. OSU's scarlet banners welcoming as Alex and Jamie unloaded boxes into their shoebox apartment off High Street. Peeling paint, creaky floors, but theirs. First night, pizza boxes strewn. They collapsed on the futon, city hum lulling. We did it, Jamie murmured, fingers tracing Alex's scar, twin marks of survival. Alex kissed his temple. And we're just starting. Classes ignited. Alex majored in social work, seminars dissecting inequality, Jamie in education, dreaming teacher reforms. Campus Queer Center became hub, mixers, panels, where Alex shared Elmwood saga, drawing crowds. From rejection to revolution. A prof dubbed him, but fame's weight pressed. Interviews requested, Voss's bill gaining traction. DC trip crystallized commitment. Train north, Voss's limo whisked them to Capitol Hill, Marble halls echoing power. Summit swirled. Activists, Pauls, Alex paneling with trans vets, voices amplifying. Bill introduction, Harper Voss Inclusion Act, protections for LGBTQ youth in faith communities. Flashbulbs popped. Jamie squeezed his hand off mic, proud. But undercurrents swirled. Voss, post-ceremony gala, pulled Alex aside. The letter? Not just fund, condition. Public face, indefinitely. Strings attached, legacy's leash. Or, Alex pressed. Voss's smile thinned. Revoke. Quietly. Coercion veiled as opportunity. Back in Columbus, disequilibrium hit. Jamie thrived, tutoring gig, soccer intramural, but Alex drowned in commitments. Guest lectures, pack counters. Nights, he paced, journal frantic. Am I me or symbol? Jamie noticed, confrontations brewing. You're vanishing. One spat, door slamming. Elias visited, bearing Ohio pies and wisdom. Boundaries, nephew. Voss plays chess. You're the queen. Protect yourself. Revelation. Elias's firm repped the foundation. Conflict? Quit to advise you free, he offered. Trust reaffirmed. Alex leaned. Help untangle. Climax crested unexpectedly. National news break. Hail, post-service, outing Voss's hypocrisy. Dig. Her marriage, loveless cover for lesbian partner hidden decades. Scandal erupted, bill teetering, protesters at gates. Voss called, voice shattered. They'll bury us. Alex, in her D.C. office amid chaos, saw cracks. Hide no more. Truth's the bill. Joint presser. Voss, arm-linked with partner Elena. Silver-haired, fierce, confessed. Love hid too long. No more. Alex flanked. Prejudice thrives on secrets. We end it. Cheers drowned jeers. Bill surged, past house floor. Fallout mended Voss. You saved me, kid. Fund unrestricted. Alex's role voluntary. Back home, Jamie's apology dinner. Candles, apologies. Feared losing real you. Reconciliation deepened. Therapy joint. Tools for bends ahead. Tyler pinged. Engaged. Moving Cleveland. GSA spawned thriving. Ellis emailed sermons evolved. Grace for all. Elmwood visits healed. Church picnic. Dad grilling. Mom hugging Elena. Winter break. Snow silent. Alex proposed under campus arch. Rings simple. Clover etched. Partners, always? Jamie's yes. Tear-laced. Graduation loomed. Paths diverging, yet parallel. Alex to policy NGO. Jamie teaching inner city. Elias's wedding. To long-lost college flame. Alex best man. Full circle. Years folded. DC stints. Kids adopted. 2 boys. Rainbows in backyard. Voss retired. Foundation, there's to steward. Jamie's book. Bridges built. Bestseller. Alex's TED. Millions viewed. Elmwood revisited. Graying. Church now Alliance hub. Statue. Clover base. For the brother. Alex traced. Uncle, we carried it. Final hook. Envelope in mail. Anonymous. Hale's son. Now out advocate. Your words saved me. Pay forward. Cycle spun. Endless. In quiet nights, Alex to Jamie. Rejected once. Loved forever. Fade to stars. Stories echo eternal.